Good morning, YouTube. The title of today's video is All Hail the God King. And when I say God King, I am of course referring to Donald Trump, our president. Ooh, does sound good, doesn't it? And I'm actually have notes. These are my notes, bullet points, because there's some stuff I want to talk about today, because so much has happened in the last week or two. And of course, the first thing we're going to talk about is the State of the Union speech. Bravo! Bravo, God King. Once again, you've shown why divinity has shined its blessings upon you. Okay, huge success. Depending on the polls, the approval rating of that speech was somewhere between 75 and 80%. Many people, and I'm one of those, believe that this was the finest speech he's ever given. Certainly the finest State of the Union speech I've heard in decades. Okay, now, why did I like it? Well, first of all, he was extremely entertaining, and I agreed with just about everything he said, so of course I'm going to like it. Okay, but another thing that I liked is about how he totally screwed the Democrats on a couple of points. The 2 points I'd like to bring out is he screwed them on the wall issue. Okay, leading up to the speech, there was all this speculation about how Trump was weak and that he was going to have to make a deal with Nancy Pelosi. Okay, and then how was he going to wiggle out of the corner? Well, he certainly didn't act like somebody that had been boxed in the corner, did he? When he doubled down on the wall, he reminded them of their immoral behavior in regards to this open border policy that has been screwing the American workers. He also reminded everybody about how they live behind walls and gates with guards. And then he doubled down. You've been talking about building this wall for decades. Well, guess what? I'm going to actually build the wall that you've been promising. Ha! Goal! Goal! Yes. And then, of course, the post-birth abortion. Oh, first he praises these feminists, okay, to the point where they all get up and give themselves a big standing ovation, start chanting USA, USA, USA. And then, when they think that he's being nice and he might have more candy for them, he beats them over the head with the abortion stick in front of everyone from the nation and the world. I very much like that. And I actually like the structure of the speech, how he tied the beginning and the end together, with the guys and, veterans and Nazi death camps, that sort of thing. Let's see. Now, back to these Democrats. Okay, the Democrats have a very, very fragile coalition right now. The progressives are being very assertive because they're pissed off at being screwed out of the 2016 election. Okay, they feel like Bernie would have won if he had gotten the nomination, like he should have. And of course, I love to rub that fact in to my progressive friends by reminding them, do you think Bernie would have lost Michigan? Yes, it stings, doesn't it? Well, they've decided that they're not going to stand for this anymore, and that their policy priorities are going to make it into the main Democratic platform, or they will run off and start their own party, thereby splitting the opposition and ensuring Republican domination for centuries to come. So, of course, the Democratic leadership has to kiss their ass. And that will be their ultimate undoing, okay? Because apparently these progressives freaking morons. Okay? And everything they're talking about is obviously nonsense. Any thinking man realizes you can't just print money. Okay? You can't replace cars and all the cars and planes in 10 years. No, not going to happen. So, yeah. So I don't think they're going to be able to hold that coalition together. Now, here's the best part about the whole coalition. These progressives and their silly talk has terrified Wall Street. Terrified them so much that the modest reforms that the God King wanted to institute in regards to trade and workers' rights, the ones that they have been refusing to go along with for the last 2 years, now they're starting to look a lot more favorable. Yes. Yes, I know you don't want to pay people a living wage, but what would you rather have? You know, happy workers or workers burning all your shit down like in Venezuela? Your pick, Wall Street. I think we both know which option you're going to go with. So yes, the nastiness with the progressives is going to help Mr. Trump with his domestic agenda. Okay? And, oh, by the way, for you progressives, just thought you'd like to know that the Democratic leadership has already sold you out. Yes, they have. You know how Nancy Pelosi was saying how if they were going to do that Medicaid for all, and they're going to really push it really hard? Well, apparently one of her top aides has already been talking to the insurance companies and have been counseling them in secret. Don't worry. This is all just political noise. We have no intention of acting on any of this. Yeah. Kind of sounds like 2016 all over again, doesn't it? Oh, and another thing. For all you freakazoids out there that are addicted to impeachment porn, yeah, they've sold you out on that too. Sure, there's going to be a lot of noise between now and 2020 because they need to keep you motivated. The bottom line is, it's not going anywhere. Hey, they made the deal, not me. Oh, let me go to them in the notes. Oh, now let's go overseas, shall we? What has the God King been doing to the world at large? Well, okay. So China, of course, was hoping that with that 90-day cooling off period, that their allies over in the United States would generate enough pressure, political pressure on Donald Trump, or should I say the God King, that he would become more willing to negotiate, to cut a deal. That didn't work. And now, a new round of tariffs is going to go into effect. And Donald is going to look very, very reasonable. Hey, he gave him 90 days. All right. So, Mr. Zhao, now let's see how you handle the political pressure with all those wealthy supporters of you that recently supported your bid to become president for life. We'll see if they still feel the same way as their fortunes and empires start to slip away from them. And let's see how easy it is for you to convince all those newly middle-class Chinese that they should go back to living subsistence lives because you're refusing to cut a deal. Yes. Yeah. You think just because you're a communist that you can take pain better than we can? You don't know how much pain we can inflict on you, but you're going to find out very soon. And now, for the last little bit I want to talk about, I'd like to talk about the European Union. Or should I say, Germany. Yes. Trump just fucked them hard. Yes, he did. Okay. The Germans had cut a deal with the Russians to sell the Russian natural gas to Europe. Okay. Now, of course, Trump didn't like this because he thought that, hey, we're spending money to defend you from the Russians. You're not paying your fair share. And on top of that, now you're cutting some sort of business deal with them so that you can make a profit on selling their energy to all of Europe, and then also creating a vulnerability. Right? Yeah. Well, we didn't like that. And it looks like that deal is going to go away. Yes, and the Germans are not happy about it at all. And how? How did this happen? Trump cut a deal with the French. Yes. The French just cut the Germans' throat on that Nord Stream 2 deal. Because now, guess what? The French are going to be building natural gas, whatever it is, port, and we're going to start selling them the natural gas. And then they're going to sell it to Europe. That's what happens when you have a president that understands economics. Obviously, the Democrats don't go, oh, we'll just print more money. Yeah, we'll see how long that works. Anyway, so that's my video and my tribute to the God King. And enjoy your day.